All right, I enjoy these conversations in the culture. I enjoy them. I got respect for all parties involved, so I enjoy having these conversations. So I'm going to give the facts, and then I'll probably come back at the end and give my stance on what I truly believe. So, again, all this stems from this Tekashi 6ix9ine interview. This is the gift that just keeps on giving. People are like, yo, stop talking about that interview. Shit, tell me that the views got to stop coming in first on it. Anyways, Charlamagne was doing his Brilliant Idiots podcast today, or it dropped today, rather. I checked it out. I checked that podcast out from time to time with him and Andrew Schultz. And Charlamagne was discussing Akademiks, and he discussed Akademiks' role in Tekashi 6ix9ine's downfall, right? It's promotion, but he believes the promotion is going to lead to downfall, and he claims that Akademiks is going to get Tekashi hurt from the way that he promotes Tekashi 6ix9ine in everything he does. I don't really have an opinion on that. It's really not for me to judge. Charlamagne said, look, Akademiks, you got to be industry. I got respect for you and your platform, but you can't claim you're not industry no more. If you let a rapper fly you out to the Dominican Republic and touch you on your leg, I'm not going to lie to you, pretty much. You let Tekashi 6ix9ine fly you out, pay for you a new body, and you ain't even take your shirt off in the pool because the body wasn't done yet. All right, that's pretty much what Charlamagne was saying to Akademiks. Again, jokes, but in all seriousness, he was like, yo, I think Akademiks is going to get Tekashi 6ix9ine hurt, and it's in Akademiks and Tekashi's best interest. Maybe Akademiks should say, if that's your homie, if that's your friend, it looks like you guys have a relationship outside of rap, maybe you shouldn't post everything that Akademiks does. Now, Akademiks had a rebuttal. All right, I just got a clip sent to me from someone, and they were like, you know, I watched the clip, and Akademiks on the other side was like, yo, Charlamagne, you had the opportunity to stop something as well from happening. Taxstone, in the midst of him dissing Troy Ave on that podcast, yo, if I'm not mistaken, Loudspeakers Network, Charlamagne has some type of ownership in. Don't quote me on that. I don't want to be wrong about that, but Charlamagne definitely has a huge influence over there at Loudspeakers Network, along with Chris Murrow, right? And Akademiks was like, yo, when Taxstone had the Tech Season podcast, there were times when you should have stopped Taxstone from saying certain stuff about Troy Ave, which essentially could have saved Banger's life, you know, with that situation, and maybe Taxstone and Troy Ave wouldn't be in the amount of mess that they're in right now, reportedly, right? Akademiks was like, yo, you knew both sides. You knew both parties. I only know Tekashi when he's beefing with the game and YG. I don't know YG in the game like that. So it's only for me to tell Tekashi, yo, I think what you're doing is stupid, but you know, he's his own man and he got people around him saying, do what the hell you want to do. We got your back. I get both sides of it. I think this conversation stemmed from the fact that Akademiks must have went on like a stream or maybe it's Twitch and was like, Charlamagne and the Breakfast Club were unprepared for the Tekashi 6ix9ine interview. And I agree with Akademiks wholeheartedly. They were not prepared for the interview. But here's the thing about it. They're in the position where they don't have to be prepared for interviews like that anymore. The Breakfast Club is the biggest urban platform we have, period. And number 2 ain't close. If number 2's Hot 97, and salute the Hot 97, they're much more, I believe, much more on the ground with helping break artists get to the spot where they have enough of a following to get to a Breakfast Club. But if Hot 97 is number 2, they're not close to the Breakfast Club. Breakfast Club is the biggest urban platform there is. I don't think anybody would disagree with me. The moments in our culture, generally speaking, happen on the Breakfast Club. Generally speaking. And with that being said, I don't think the Breakfast Club was prepared for that young artist. I don't think they're prepared for a lot of young artists that come up there. Here's the conundrum though. Do you, as a young artist, do you just not come up there? Like the Yachty interview with the Breakfast Club was mad awkward because they didn't know as much as Akademiks knows. Now, on the other side, Akademiks might just know too much about some of these artists, right? He might be too invested in Tekashi 6ix9ine, and I believe that might be true as well. Not knocking anybody, but it looks like he might be too invested in Tekashi 6ix9ine. And yes, no one knows that as much as you do about Tekashi 6ix9ine, Akademiks. But I do get what Akademiks is saying with the standpoint of, yo, y'all were unprepared. And I studied the Breakfast Club interviews for obvious reasons. I'm a fan of their work. I'm a fan of a lot of people's work. They were not prepared for what Tekashi 6ix9ine was bringing to the table. When Tekashi was like, yo, You say I'm a pedophile, you know what I mean? Pull up the facts. Or you say I didn't pull up to that club in South by Southwest, call Jay from Worldstar. Salute to Jay from Worldstar. I met him one time. Yo, Tekashi was right. He was ready to, you know, prove his side right. He knew his own story. The Breakfast Club didn't. And that's why, you know, as an upcoming interviewer, that kind of bothers me when I see DJ Envy. Like in the last 2 weeks, right? I've watched DJ Envy walk out of an interview with Desus and Mero, and I watched him walk out of the interview with Erica Alexander Maxine from Living Single, right? And Pam off The Cosby Show. I literally watched Envy leave that interview, and I'm like, yo, don't you know somebody like me would kill for an interview like that? You know what I mean? And Envy was like, I gotta pick up my kid. That is as unprofessional as shit gets. I'm not gonna lie to you. I can't say I gotta leave work to go pick up my kid. Like, I've never seen any shit like that. So if you want to bring up the point that maybe the Breakfast Club at this point in the game and they're confident and they know they're gonna do their numbers regardless, maybe they've got comfortable. I still think Charlamagne does a phenomenal job of being prepared for most interviews. But he ain't kicking it with the young cats. And Akademiks does have a point when he's like, yo, you know, when the upcoming guys like 50 Cent was coming up and all these artists, I'm pretty sure Charlamagne was on it. This ain't his era, though. Problem is, they're still the biggest platform, and the Tekashis are still going to go up to their platform. And, you know, these are people that are pretty much all 40. They're not going to know much about that platform. They're not going to know much about a Tekashi 6ix9ine and his way, and they don't want to. That's fine. But, you know, I'm an interviewer and I'm going to become an interviewer. I like telling stories. I like being as informed as possible on anyone I interview. That's just me. I ain't doing hundreds of thousands of views on all my interviews. You know what I mean? We got a decent platform here. I don't know. Y'all talk to me in the comment box below about everything I said. Charlamagne, he definitely had some jokes for Akademiks, letting that man touch him on his leg and allowing Akademiks to get flown out for a video I believe Tekashi has up and coming. And them in the pool was very interesting. I'm not gonna lie. Funny, nevertheless. If it was a troll moment, it looked like a weird, very gay troll moment. I'm not trying to knock anybody that's gay, but it looked very gay. And I'm just gonna leave that at that. Salute to Akademiks. I thought he made some valid points. I thought Charlamagne had some points, but I do think Charlamagne and the Breakfast Club were unprepared for that interview. And I definitely believe that Akademiks has a point when he says, yo, you had Troy Ave on your platform, Charlamagne. Why didn't you stop that? So, again, it can go both ways. I love the conversation. I love the culture. I like having all those conversations happen on my platform. That's why we talk about stuff like this. Y'all talk to me. Give your thoughts, comments about everything that I just posted. Mr. TALIAFERRO, thank you for the time, love, and support. I do not take it for granted. My mouth dry, man. I've been talking a lot today. I gave y'all like 8, 9 videos today. About to call it a night for tonight from posting videos. I might do some reaction videos. I'm out.
I want to salute you, homie, you know, for building your own thing and doing your own thing, creating your own platform, your own website.
I got one life to live out my dreams, and I'm giving this thing all I got. I interview celebrities. I talk sports. I represent the culture.
Right now, you're turning up on MrTaliaferro.com, shawty.